Card on the Ceiling, a classic of card magic. I get asked about this a lot by people who've never performed it before. If you want to learn how to do Card on the Ceiling, then by a long way the best description of how to do that is on Michael Ammar's Easy to Master Card Magic Volume 5. Easy to Master Card Magic Volume 5 has bar none the best explanation of exactly how to do the Card on the Ceiling. I've done Card on the Ceiling for about 25 years. It's always been a killer effect for me. I've done it in some weird and wonderful places. I've got lots of stories, but I'll give you a couple of tips. One thing that I try to do is to make sure that when I stick a card on the ceiling that it can't be taken down. You don't want the card to be stuck on a low ceiling where someone could reach up or just stand on a chair and take the card down, because the wax that sticks the card to the ceiling is, as far as a spectator is concerned, is the method. The fact that you were able to somehow get the right card into the right place, make it be the only card that sticks on the ceiling, all of that other stuff just goes out the window when they find the sticky stuff on the card. As far as they're concerned, that's the method. So stick the card only where it can't be taken down. The other thing and this is just a personal thing for me, is I used to perform the Card on the Ceiling at bigger functions only once a night, because to me it's such a strong effect that if you just keep doing it over and over, it tends to dilute it. So I would leave it until later in the evening when it was coming towards the end of the night, get people around in a bit of a group, try and get some people from neighbouring tables, all come in one space, just do it as a one-off thing and really build it up. I can remember one particular night I was doing something at St George Leagues Club, and I did a Card on the Ceiling that particular night for 200 people, and I got about 8.5 minutes out of it. So you know, it's an effect that you can really build up and get a lot of mileage out of. So very strong. So the reason for telling you all this is this. Dave Bonsall is from a company in the UK called Prop Dog, and Prop Dog have some new wax for Card on the Ceiling, and this is absolutely fantastic. What a great idea. This wax is coloured, so you have bicycle blue and bicycle red wax coloured the same colour as the backs of the cards. It's a really simple thing. Why has nobody thought of it? So good on Dave for thinking of it. These little tubs are absolutely perfect. Now, one of the questions that people ask me a lot about Card on the Ceiling is, where do you keep the wax? You know, it's obviously it's sticky. You know, it can gum up your pocket. It gets in the way of everything. It needs to be somewhere where you can get it. The old Sucrets tin thing doesn't really work for Australia. How do you get around that? Well, here's what I do, and this is a really good tip given to me by a friend of mine in the United States called Stephen Klein. At the beginning of the evening, when you go out to do your gig, you take the lid from the wax. You undo the lid. You take the little balls of wax that you're going to need, dig them out. Don't try not to use your nails, because it'll get stuck under your nails. Use your car key is a good thing. Just dig out the wax into little bits that maybe about the size of a pea, about as big as a pea is all you need. And then take a few of those pieces and stick them on the inside of the lid. Stick those little peas on the inside of the lid, and then put this lid in the pocket where you've got the rubber bands. Remember, it's a size 16 rubber band that you need. Put that little lid in the pocket where you've got the rubber bands. Then when you're ready to do the trick, you do the necessary work with the cards. When you take out the rubber band, you reach into your pocket, steal a ball of wax from the lid. At the same time you take out the rubber band to hand it to the spectator. You're then, as the spectator looks at the rubber band, you're then ready to set your cards for the effect, put the rubber band around, do the necessary work. So, do yourselves a favour, pick up some of this for your weapons of choice, blue or red bicycle cards, the wax on the website right now. Card on the Ceiling, killer effect. The Bruno Hennig card in box is one of the most popular and one of the most explored effects in all of magic. It's something that I've performed myself for more than 20 years. It's been a staple of my act, and I've had many different versions of it over that time, and those of you who've seen my lectures would have seen various different styles of presentation of that effect that I've used over time. The latest in a line of those boxes comes from a young man in the UK called Mark Southworth. Mark has a great pedigree. He grew up working in the JB Magic shop alongside Mark Mason. I was very pleased to meet Mark on a couple of occasions when I went to the UK. He's a very smart, very talented magician. Mark's version of the card in the box is simply called The Box. Inside here you get a performance and explanation DVD, some spare parts which allow you to customize the box for your own cards. So irrespective of which style of playing card you use, the box is fully adaptable, which has been a problem with a lot of the boxes that have come out before. If you don't use a red bicycle card, how do you use that particular type of box? This box is fully customizable. This is what the box looks like. It's brilliant. It's a slim, clear topped plastic box. Very small item to keep in your pocket. It's set all the time. The big problem with the other types of box that are around on the market is that a lot of them will come unset if you're not careful with them, so they're very delicate. This one can sit in your pocket all day or all night long, and it's ready to go anytime. It can't accidentally unset itself. It's going to be set the whole time. It's very simple to reset once you've used the box, and the fact that the card is visible inside the box is a real boon. If that's a problem for you, Mark gives you inside there a little black bag that perfectly takes this and takes a little padlock to lock it, so it can be a little secret parcel that you can give to the spectator, and that's my preferred way of using this. Put it inside the little black bag, put the padlock on, then you can hand it to a spectator at the beginning of the presentation and only get it back right at the very end. And believe you me, when you open that bag and remove this box and they see a card folded up inside there, they're already way ahead of you and they're starting to think, surely no, there's no way this could happen. So, irrespective of how you use the box, a card is chosen by a spectator. Let's choose, say, the Six of Hearts. It's going to be easy for us to see. There was a blue backed card in this pack for some reason. Not quite sure why that is. So there's the Six of Hearts, and spectator writes his name on the front of the card. Let's say it's the customary Bob. There's Bob's card. Bob's card is lost in the pack using your favourite method, and then the idea is for you to somehow try to find Bob's card. Number of ways of doing this. You might want to do it behind your back if that's your want. Hang on a second, I'm trying to find Bob's card. I'm feeling for the ink on the surface of the card. Somehow, no, I don't seem to be having a lot of luck in finding your card, Bob. I don't believe it's in that pack. So Bob can have a look for his card if you want to do it that way. In the meantime, we're going to open this clear box right in front of the spectators. They can see the card is there. It's been folded up inside this box since well before the show began. We tip the card out, and then amazingly Bob can open the card himself, and of course the folded card that sits inside the clear top box is Bob's signed card. That's the effect of The Box by Mark Southworth. Very, very strong piece of card magic. I use it, you'll use it too.